Let's hear it for the starting five of your Oklahoma City Thunder. At shooting guard, 6 feet 4 inches, number 5. Starting at center, at 7 foot 0 inches, number 55, Isaiah Hartenstein. And power forward, 7 feet 1 inches, number 7, Ted. Starting at the other forward position, standing 6'5", number 8, at guard, 6'6", number 2,
Welcome to 2K Sports Live Saturday night coverage of the NBA. Thanks for tuning in. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And on the sidelines, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. And let's check out a breakdown looking at some of the stats for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. The forward spots with Nesmith and Siakam. Halliburton in the backcourt, Nembhard to his side. And it's Turner in at the 5 down low. And for the Thunder, the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3, the small forward. You know, Greg, so often we talk about depth, but how important is it for these teams to possess it?
Yeah, especially with the amount of injuries we see happen every season. It's so critical that teams have players that are ready to step up and produce and really allow you to not have to change the way you play.
Oh, that's blocked. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And making a statement right away, letting them know they won't get any easy ones when he's around.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. His numbers are borderline ridiculous in the best way possible at the moment. He's averaging nearly 33 points a game. Now, here's Dort. Williams in the post. He's against Turner. Williams can't hit. And so it's Halliburton who brings up the ball for Indiana. And Tyrese Halliburton, one of the best offensive players in the league, Doris. He is so fun to watch.
Kev, this young man is special, and not only because of the flair and the skill as a passer, the shot-making ability. To me, it's the joy he brings to the game and how that joy lifts his teammates around him.
And he knocks down the first one. You know, Doris, there's a notion that big men can take a little longer to develop. What have you seen from Miles Turner?
That he's turned himself into a complete basketball player, Kevin, and think there were years because he was playing alongside another big that he was out of position. But he can shoot the basketball with range, he's got strength, and he's a tremendous shot blocker.
And when you think back to that Sabonis-Halliburton trade, Doris, it really worked out for both teams.
It's rare, Kevin, that you can talk about a, quote, win-win for both sides. Most trades are a little bit harder to evaluate because they involve more moving pieces. But this was a straight-up one-to-one swap of young stars and positional fits for each side. This guy is such an explosive athlete. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander goes straight to the cup.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. And Holmgren pulls it down. Williams looking around. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his second basket of the night.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is a thirsty scorer, and if you concede the mid-range, he'll take it.
Nembhard the pass to Turner. And Siakam has it in the corner. Basket good.
Yeah, this is where the length of Pascal Siakam makes him so hard to stop. Even with contact, he's able to get through or around.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He had 37 points last game out.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Where was the defense? No fighting through the pick, no rotation. My goodness.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Is checked in for the Thunder. In Indiana with a change here too. Mathurin's checked in. Siakam finds Turner. Back to Siakam. 1:22 left to play here in the first. And the rejection by Holmgren. Dort against Siakam. Here's Holmgren. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And looking to get stronger, Holmgren fights through the bump. Tons of time for him to grow into that frame.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks. Mark Dagnall and I got a chance to talk for a bit. And we talked about Benedict Mathurin, their confident wing. Coach said guarding Mathurin is a challenge. He's got that it factor. So we've told our guys who are defending him, you have to try to match his intensity. He'll eat you alive. Checking Benedict Mathurin, never an easy assignment. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Now, here's Siakam. Last game he had 13.
This is a guy with size and range. You cannot let Pascal Siakam get those kinds of looks from deep.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Siakam against Holmgren. Back to Wallace. Clock at 6. Tries it from the top of the key. That's good on the jump shot. 6 seconds left here in the first quarter. Here's Nembhard. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Thunder out in front. They lead by 1. And for 2K Sports, we'll be back here at Paycom Center right after this. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And for the Thunder guys, what stands out to you so far?
I love their effort, contesting shots, trying to intimidate here early on.
Well, as a shooter, when the ball is sent back in your direction enough times, it can certainly have an impact on your mind.
For years, it seemed like the league was going to go smaller. But lately, Greg, it seems like size is back in fashion.
Yeah, I mean, look at the MVP award, right? Centers and Jokic and Embiid winning it recently. Even Giannis, I wouldn't consider him small. And just overall around the NBA, it feels like bigger teams are having more success.
Williams is out there with Wiggins. Then there's Wallace. And it's Alex Caruso. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the point guard. That's the group for Oklahoma City getting going here in the second. Now, Caruso. Following the three-point attempt by Tyrese Halliburton. Caruso finds Wiggins. And here is Wallace. On the wing, Williams. Oklahoma City moving it around. 4 on the clock. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
Yeah, teams will try to get physical with SGA, but make sure you understand that wiry frame is big-time strong.
Doris, do you think the Oklahoma City Thunder has the best young core in the NBA?
Well, they are absolutely loaded with talent, Kevin. Not only that, they fit together. Now they've got a perennial MVP because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has inserted himself into the best player in the game conversation and a rising star in Chet Holmgren. Look out.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 8 points for him. And it's Wiggins missing.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Bradley sets the pick for Halliburton. A three-pointer is right on target. Halliburton's got his first 3 points of the game.
Yeah, this is his game, right? Halliburton wants you to forget how deadly he is from three-point territory. Look out.
Gilgeous-Alexander, that's a 2-pointer. Pacers with the rebound. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
Well, they knew exactly how to approach that defense. They shot a fantastic percentage because they got quality looks.
Now, here's McConnell. After the miss from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Good D by Gilgeous-Alexander. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Thunder. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Wallace, the pass to Wiggins. And it's Wiggins with the jam.
Going to the rack with energy. And the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage. In a close game, those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline.
It's time for the dance scare. If you see yourself on the big screen and you know what to do, show what you know. Nice try. It's all good.
Oklahoma City. Hartenstein's checked in for Williams. Holmgren comes in for Aaron Wiggins. Jalen Williams is checked in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Dort in for Cason Wallace. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Bradley. Pascal Siakam comes in for Toppin. Aaron Nesmith has checked in for Halliburton. And Andrew Nembhard's subbed in for T.J. McConnell. Now, here's Nesmith. 11-point game his last outing. And Turner kicks to Siakam. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. The Thunder with the lead to the middle. Ball stolen. Now, here's Nesmith. Tight defense on him. Mathurin with a screen on Williams. A nice shot by Nesmith.
I'll tell you, he'll take that all day, every day. I'm sure he was shocked to find himself that wide open.
Outside, Dort. Siakam against Holmgren. Hartenstein with the screen for Holmgren. Shot clock at 6. Outside Williams. Takes it from 10. And the basket good. A bank shot that time. Williams has got his first bucket of the night.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Here's Nembhard, defended by Caruso. Nesmith, wow, drew the contact, and that three almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And he hits the first of 3. So both teams making some changes here. And he sinks the second. And he nails the third.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Pass to Holmgren. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Pacers lead by 2. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
Hello, everybody. We'll break down the action shortly, but first, a glance at how the Eastern Conference standings are stacking up as the season winds down.
And taking a look at the Pacers, they haven't quite looked like themselves lately. The question is, how do they get back to the top? How do they recapture that magic? I think it starts with raising the intensity level. Become more aggressive, night after night, fight after fight. Aggressive is right.
And now, let's get into the Indiana Pacers game. It's been a close one so far.
Playing well on the road can be very difficult. They're doing a good job despite the challenges.
Away from home, they aren't letting the crowd get into their heads. In fact, they've looked comfortable at times. And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Thunder. A 2-point game. On the Pacers' doors last season, trading for Pascal Siakam to complement this hungry team.
And Kevin, it's important in a couple of ways. First of all, he's a two-time All-Star who's got a championship pedigree. The other part of this is Indiana is an equal opportunity offense, so they want to share the basketball. But Pascal brings individual playmaking and shot making, and sometimes that's a must-have in this league.
On the court right now for the Pacers. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. Halliburton in the backcourt, Nembhard to his side. And it's Nesmith in at the small forward position. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks, Kevin. Tyrese Halliburton has become the face of the Pacers franchise. He says they've done a great job of allowing me to spread who I am and how I play throughout the organization. The guys and the coaches have adapted to that. Good things are happening. I want us to be the best team in the league. Kevin, he's certainly taking them in the right direction.
David, I'm infatuated with this guy as you are. He does so much at such a young age. Man, the sky's the limit. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander following the score by Miles Turner. Here's Dort. Can't hit from in close.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Out of bounds, Oklahoma City takes possession. Chance now to take a look at some of the steal numbers over the scope of the last few months for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
Now here's Williams. After Lou Dort's miss, bucket is good. Williams has got his second bucket of the night.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Here we are sizing up Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates with his catch and shoot abilities, but he's equally gifted shooting off the dribble.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. We get a break in the action. Let's take a peek at the leading defenses. Second, the Thunder.
This is a team that takes pride on the defensive side of the floor. I mean, they play hard and they play together. They are a tough group to score on.
Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Nembhard, the pass to Halliburton. Nifty move. Got a hand on it. On the wing, Williams. Some stats for him. He averages over 21 points a game. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
What I love about Jalen Williams, he makes his presence felt on the game. Athleticism, tireless work ethic, and offensive skills that are just blossoming with each repetition.
Shoot 2.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1. When you talk about Jalen Williams, Doris, is it fair to say this guy has superstar-level potential?
Without a doubt, Kevin. Jalen Williams is a 3-level scorer. He's fearless in the clutch. He has the hunger to keep improving, and he can be a lockdown defender. He's got all the tools to reach the level you're talking about.
Well, the ascension of Jalen Williams, Doris, has been swift and very fun to watch.
Oh, absolutely, Kevin. He became very quickly in his second season a number 2 option, and frankly, borderline 1A option. And it's not just his offensive game, Kevin. This guy has become a stout defender. He's got the perfect NBA frame, and he fits in personality-wise.
And he makes the first. Well, certainly with one of the more unique shots in the NBA, Halliburton gets it done.
You know, Kevin, credit to Halliburton and the organizations he's played for, because a lot of them would have changed or tried to rebuild their shot. Halliburton and his organizations knew the shot worked, and he stuck with it, and now he's one of the best shooters at his position. I think if you're talking Tyrese Halliburton, the thing that stands out is the wealth of things he can do on the offensive end. He can shoot the ball with range. He's got unbelievable handle. He can create. He can drive it. He can also set up his guys. A lot to like.
Now here's Caruso. Nothing on the board. No coverage that time. And the Thunder lead by 2.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
Mathurin against Caruso. Pass to Nembhard. Here's Halliburton. Plays it up and in on the nice reverse. And it's 7 points for Tyrese Halliburton. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander against Halliburton. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hartenstein. Door to screen on Siakam. 5 to shoot. From past the arc. Drains the three-pointer. Dort's got the lead up to 3 now for Oklahoma City.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Halliburton against Gilgeous-Alexander. Halliburton with the bucket. Halliburton's got 9.
Yeah, give Halliburton credit for staying with the play. You've got to be able to fend off that defense and still finish.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Good, nice job down low.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
Top of the key, Siakam. Turner with the screen for Mathurin. Fires the 3. No good on the shot. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. It's the Thunder leading by 3. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter next. In a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. We've got Wallace. Alex Caruso out there with Aaron Wiggins. Then it's Williams. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the point guard position. It's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City.
Substitution. Number 5, Garrett Walker.
Oklahoma City leading by 3. Wallace with the ball. Williams sets a screen for Wallace. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. The kick out to Williams. Stolen by Walker. McConnell with it. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander. Right side to Walker. Back to Mathurin. The kick out to Walker. 6 on the shot clock. From about 19 feet. Got a piece of it. On the wing, Mathurin. Indiana moving the ball around. McConnell passes to Mathurin. Gilgeous-Alexander with the rebound. The Thunder with the lead. Wallace looking for an opening. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Double team on Gilgeous-Alexander. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And a wide open look for Halliburton. And the Pacers can't get it to go. And the foul called on Cason Wallace. That's his first foul.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
And a new group in here for the Thunder. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Williams. Holmgren comes in for Aaron Wiggins. Jalen Williams is checked in for Alex Caruso. And it's Dort in for Wallace. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Turner's checked in for Toppin. Pascal Siakam comes in for Walker. Neesmith, he's checked in for Benedict Mathurin. And Andrew Nembhard's subbed in for T.J. McConnell. And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. He has decided it's the right time to talk. The short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I heard Rick Carlisle during that last break talking with the team. He said in the huddle, you got to play some defense in the paint. They're getting too much in there. Battle down low. Time to fight, guys.
Thanks, David.
You see the relentless nature when Pascal Siakam decides to put it on the deck and drive it. That is sweet.
Holmgren with a screen on Halliburton. Right side, Williams. Shoots a fader, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. And that's 12 points for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander against Halliburton. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Halliburton has the kind of personality that keeps him steady in big-time moments. How about that? Unfazed.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Count it. And the Thunder lead by 3.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, one of the calmest, most clutch players in the league. That's a big-time moment.
1:15 left in the fourth. Halliburton for 3. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
That's one of those clutch shots he's known for. When the pressure is high, he seems to be the most locked in.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for Oklahoma City. Double team on Gilgeous-Alexander. Dort finds Williams. Five on the clock. Back to Dort. Shoots over Nembhard. It's rebounded by Indiana.
And this is exactly what you have to do to stop him. That was a tremendous contest, forcing the miss.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. Benedict Mathurin, he's checked in for Indiana.
Substitution. Number 00.
What a big possession right here.
No doubt about it, guys. The tension is palpable.
Pass to Siakam. A miss that time. Would have put him up. Dort against Mathurin. Williams with the ball. Hartenstein passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams with a clean look. Trifecta.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
Lets a floater go. Good. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
We call that patience, veteran play. That's a big-time delivery by Pascal Siakam. Pressure, what pressure?
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
12 seconds left in the game. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Second team foul. Taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2. And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
Well, those are essential free throws to make a 3-point lead. It's going to take something from long range now to tie this game.
Another miss by Siakam.
He's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
You've got to show composure, and he comes through right when the team needs him most.
So we see the Thunder get the win here. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. And now we present the player of the game, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.